Hey everybody, I'm gay and I have a lot to say about music. Okay, hi everybody. How do you start a video? You may know me as Lennon Lesbian on Twitter and TikTok. I'm pretty new to the community, but I have been a part of vintage culture. 1960s, 1970s is probably my specialty. I just now funneled it into social media, which is scary, but this is my introduction to YouTube. Here I am, once again. Feeling lost, but now and then, ooh. So I thought I'd start my introduction to you all with a record tour. Yay! Pose for the camera. A little bit about me first. My name is Holly. I am gay. Ladies, pronounced she, they. I'm particularly interested in the decade of the 60s. However, 70s, early 70s, from the 60s to the early 70s probably is what I'd say. Sometimes mid 70s, late 70s, but that's kind of where you lose me. My favorite bands or musicians from that time period would go as follows. I am first and foremost, a monkey girl. Love those boys. I know I say that with a giant John Lennon behind me. Don't worry, his time is coming. I love the Monkees. This much more than I like the Beatles. And I hate to say it, but they're just a little cuter. Following down to the Beatles. I do really like Elvis. I am an Elvis person. I like the Beach Boys, but I wouldn't say they're up there. I like a couple other niche people here and there. I'm most passionate about the Beatles, the Monkees, Elvis Presley, Jimi Hendrix. I really like. I really like disco too. That I don't talk about a lot, but disco from the 70s I really do enjoy as well. My favorite Beatle is John. I'm sorry. I know. My favorite Monkee varies on the day, but most of the time it's either Davey or Mike. I have been finding myself really into Mickey Dolenz lately. My favorite episode of the Monkees is the fairy tale episode. I've seen that episode 20 times and counting. Well, if I'm counting, probably like 21, 22. But like rounding down so that I don't sound so insane, because I did have a psychiatry appointment today and it went really rough. So I dabble in the 80s, but hold on. I dabble in the 80s a little bit, but you know, it just doesn't hit the same as the 1960s. But you know, I dabble in the 80s. I have a few niche interests from the 80s, but nothing crazy yet. Okay, fuck me. Let's get into the actual meat of the bones and the meat of the video. So, I have a lot. We're going to start, I actually don't have that much, but as for someone who's only been collecting a couple years, I really have too many. So, we're going to start off with our miscellaneous records, ones that aren't attached to previously mentioned bands. But starting off, I have the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds. This isn't pre-owned. This is brand new. I bought this brand new. It's a new pressing. As far as record collecting goes, I'm very weird and strange, and I'm very particular about the way that I collect records. I don't like to buy records online. I think it's cheating. I treat records like Pokemon hunting. I have to find it in the wild. I have an in search of list. I find it in the wild, preferably pre-owned. A lot of people like the records in mint condition. I like my records looking like you can smell all of the times it's ever been played by Mildred in 1962. So moving forth, like I said previously before, I'm an Elvis Presley fan. I'm going to Graceland in August. I'm very excited about it. I am going to be vlogging that and probably getting some content out of it, so prepare to be annoyed by me. But I have Elvis Blue Hawaii. This is actually the only record that I have from Elvis, but I feel like there's just an abundance of physical media for him, so it's like not hard to find, and so therefore the thrill of the chase is not present. Same thing goes for the Beatles. I don't have a lot of Beatles studio albums, because it's just hard. I like the hard ones. I like the ones that are hard to find. This one was 99 cents from a record store that I like to go to and harass. As you can see from the tags that I have not taken off yet, don't get mad at me, I just got this one. Janice Ian, Between the Lines, great album, underrated woman. I'm obsessed with Tiny Tim. I have been obsessed with him since freshman year of high school because I was a very undiagnosed child, and you know what? Love wins. I used to listen to this album at 6 in the morning on the school bus every single day. Don't Die Look It. Oh my god, he's like him on The Substance. That's crazy. Okay, you're looking at Magnetic South from Michael Nesmith, Captain Nesmith of the U.S. Air Force back in the day. My husband, your cousin? No, I'm your husband. This man, look at, he's so beautiful. I could talk about him forever. I could talk about her forever, to be honest. Like, let's be real. Great album, fantastic album. I feel like I don't have to say anything else about it because I feel like all you people know. Topic of Monkees solo albums. I have one of my favorite Monkees solo albums. Very, very rare opinion, guys. Very rare opinion incoming. But I am a Mickey Dolenz glazer first and foremost. Out of all the Beatles and all the Monkees, if you ask me to glaze one of the members for 3 hours straight, it would be Mr. Mickey Dolenz. ABC's Mickey Dolenz Puts You to Sleep. I love this album. Hot take incoming. This is also brand new, but I got it physically, so I don't count it as a loss. Great album. Underrated. I've honestly never heard anyone in the Monkees internet fan base talk about this album for as much Mickey glazing as I see y'all doing. I never see y'all streaming. Like, get on that. Get on that. All y'all streaming Mike Nesmith like you're some sort of whores and harlots. What about Mickey? Come on. It's Mickey. There's a reason he's the only one who's still alive. It's because he's immortal. It's because he's a space wizard. So I could literally let me not say that about every single album that I pull out right now. I've talked about Mickey Dolenz for far too long, so I'm putting it down. But let me just say really quickly, the reason why this album is underrated, because it's a cover album, but he covers all the songs like lullabies, because he's just the most cutest patootie in the entire patootie land, to be quite frank. But he covers Blackbird, he covers Beautiful Boy, and he covers Fool on the Hill. My controversial take is that Mickey Dolenz' cover of Fool on the Hill is better than the original. And if you want to fight me on that, you can fight me. If you don't want to fight me, great, awesome. So, moving on to the Monkees. This is the Monkees. This is Headquarters. I got this one at the same antique store that I got the Elvis one at. This is pre-owned. This is old. This is crusty. This is baked. This is fried. Headquarters. What else can I say about it? It's a good album. Not the best album. not by far. But Sunny Girlfriend. Mr. Webster's okay. Speaking of, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones Unlimited. I can never say this title off the top of my head. My favorite Monkees album is The Birds, the Bees, and the Monkeys. Second. Third, Head. I don't have Head yet. I need Head. Come on. Clear's Headquarters. We got Salesman, She Hangs Out. We got Cuddly Toy, Words. We got What Am I Doing Hanging Around. We got Peter Percival Patterson's Pet Big Porky. I like the back of this album a lot. Nice little pickies. We got Davy Jones, shirtless. That's really all that matters. Mickey looks fantastic with his curly head of hair. They did not make him get the flat iron out. We love. Now, okay, the other two Monkees albums I have are brand new, not pre-owned. The Monkees debut. Not to be confused with Taylor Swift debut. She outsold. Saturday's Child, I Want to Be Free, Papa Dean's Blues, Last Train to Clarksville, Let's Dance On, Sweet Young Thing, Gonna Buy Me a Dog, one of my favorite controversial, one of my favorite Monkees songs. I really particularly like the back of this album because it got the stats on it. Alright, we got the statistics like you're on a video game character selection screen. David Jones, Hot 5'3". Oof. Just put fully on blast with that one. More of the Monkees, brand new. Rip Me Out the Plastic, I'm brand new. Auntie Griselda's on this one. Mary Mary, I'm Not Your Stepping Stone, great song. Look Out, Here Comes Tomorrow, I'm a Believer. The most. I have the most Beatles albums, and we're counting solos and solo careers and whatnot. I'm gonna start with the solos, work our way, because I don't have that many Beatles studio albums, because I previously explained myself. We just got 8 free pizzas. Double Fantasy is what I consider one of the best albums ever created. And if you have to argue with me about that, then you could suck my left nut. Alright, because I love Yoko Ono so much, but I wish I was in this picture with him. Honestly, never mind. I wish I was this way. This one's special. It's special. This one's special to me. It's in the plastic wrong. Don't mention. I'm stupid. This is not an album. This is what I think this is an interview. I've never listened to it. The only one that I'm gonna pull out and show you because I really need you to see this. Just, dude. Mama y Papa. Alright, Paul McCartney. Ram. I was looking for this album for the longest time. I got this one at the record store that I got all my Monkees albums at, and there was a scary man with a beanie and a mustache swarming and haunting the Beatles section, and I was like, move, bitch. And I circled him like 3 or 4 times to try and get him to move, and he was not moving. So at some point I gave up, and I literally like pushed him out of the way. Like I was like, and I came up to the records next to him, and I think I scared him off. Speaking of gay people, this is one of the gayest album covers I've ever seen in my entire life that came out of a straight man, and you can quote me on that. Who in the hell? I know it was his idea. I don't even have to ask. The turtleneck, the rose in the mouth, the arched eyebrow, the mullet. I just have to roll my eyes. Speaking of homophobic, McCartney 2. Yeah, whatever. Temporary Secretary. My Shayla. Probably the worst song that I will ever defend in my life. I hate that face he does. That's like one of my strongest Beatles opinions, is that every time he makes this dumb fucking face, I can't watch Let It Be, or what's the other one, Get Back, because he's always like making that dumb face when he's singing, and I'm sorry, I know a lot of people really like it, but it just grosses me out. He gives me the ick so bad. It's crazy how much he gives me the ick. My friend gifted me this album. Nothing much to say about it except that they look sexy on the front. I don't know. Brand new, I know, but Magical Mystery Tour. This is actually the only like proper Beatles album that I own, because obviously like it's not hard to find them, so I like don't have any urgent need to have them all because I feel like I can get them at any point in my life. Magical Mystery Tour is my favorite album though, and my favorite era of the Beatles is the psychedelic era. I'm pretty sure there's a pamphlet in here, but oh, I just noticed this. I'm having a lovely time. I say that all the time. I should make a video that's just like all my vocal stems from this interest of mine. My friend also gifted me this, which I just mentioned how this is my favorite era of the Beatles. But yeah, that's my record collection. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was a proper introduction to me. I'm happy to be new to this little community on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram. I'm not as active on Instagram. I have a personal account on Instagram, and y'all will ever know it. Okay? I did have a couple of my coworkers find my TikTok, and it was really embarrassing because I am not funny on there, and I am just, in fact, embarrassing. I'm having a lot of fun here. I really don't like the discourse, but I'm having a lot of fun. I don't like when we argue. I need us to stop. It's like too much. Like, let me just be the peacekeeper. Guys. Stop the violence, okay? Because we're all fucking annoying, and we're all stupid, and we're all autistic. So I don't understand why there's infighting. I think it's just we're bored. When will the Beatles release new music? That was really dumb. Yeah. Thanks. Bye.